Discord is a live chat room, plain and simple, and that's all it needs to be. There is nothing wrong with that. It's largely taken over the position of things like IRC, while also being proprietary and less ephemeral, but still ephemeral in a certain sense. And because it's not indexed by search engines, because why would a chat room be indexed? This basically turns Discord into a black hole for information. This video is going to be partially based on points brought up on a thread on Knockout Chat, along with the reply to that thread over on Reddit. Now, it's not just Discord that has this problem, you might say. Things like Matrix, Skype, WhatsApp, IRC all share this exact same design decision. If a conversation is had, sure, there might be search tools to find it, but there's no easy way to go and do so unless you know what the content of that message already was. There can be exceptions with things like IRC and Matrix if they make their chat logs accessible through some sort of website which is indexed, but generally that's not going to be the case. And when you're using a chat room for its intended purpose to have discussions, it's not really that big of a deal. Maybe there is some sort of overarching topic. Let's say there's a chat room on Linux, for example. Sure, every discussion on there is probably going to be about Linux, but it doesn't really matter if discussions have already been had. It doesn't matter if you don't have the full context for discussion. Generally, you can just jump in with whatever is currently being said, and everything just works the way you'd expect it to. But an issue occurs when you start using Discord or any other chat room. Discord is going to be my focus for things it is not made for. You'll see a lot of projects out there saying things like, especially the newer projects, do I want to have a Discord server or a subreddit or a forum or a wiki? As if all of these things serve the same purpose and can all be done with the same piece of software. And you'll see a lot of people shifting all of those things into being on their Discord, along with things like issue trackers and other stuff like that. This basically turns Discord into an information repository, and it is not good at this job. All of these individual sites you might manage, or all of these individual software you might run, all have their own specific purpose. So while a wiki, for example, is horrible for discussions, if you've read any thread on a Wikimedia site, you know exactly what I mean. They are just simply better ways to disseminate information. A well laid out wiki is going to be an incredibly useful resource. And sure, you could have a Discord bot that handles bug tracking, but the bug tracker in something like GitHub, GitLab, or using a dedicated bug tracker like Bugzilla, for example, are simply better ways to track your issues. There's no need to have this hack job to make it work with your one solution. And forums are simply a better way to have long-form, well-structured discussions that are easy to find after the fact. Now, when I say forum, things like a subreddit are included in that as well. One thing you'll notice when you start having these discussions on Discord or any other chat room is you'll see they happen over and over and over and over again because new people to that chat room have no way of knowing that discussion has already been had. There's no easy way to go back and find that discussion, as I said, without knowing the exact words of the discussion. And there are certainly ways to partially address this. You can make use of pins, for example, so if someone wants to go and post, a help request or some sort of issue, they go back through the existing pins and see if what they want to say has already been said, or you can make use of Discord threads, for example, and make sure they don't get automatically deleted. Those are things that will partially address the issue. But what about people who aren't in your Discord? One of the problems that Discord has is you aren't able to browse it without actually joining the room. Whereas a forum, you just make the forum a public website and then only let people post who have an account. This is something we worked out back in the 90s, and I have no idea why people are starting to get rid of it. Well, that's partially a lie, because I do know why it's happening. This is a further consolidation of the web, where you're seeing less services do more things. So you're having sites sort of act like hubs. Previously, for example, YouTube. YouTube was just a video hosting website. Now they have text posts. Now they have live streaming. Now they have short content, which is separate from the video content. and you're seeing lots of other sites basically do the same thing. Now, all of this isn't to say that consolidating everything into Discord is without benefits, because while you do need a Discord account to even search for what has been posted, you only need a Discord account. If you wanted to post on a wiki and a forum and an issue tracker and the chat room, previously you'd need separate accounts for all of these different things. Now, if it's in one place, well, it is certainly more convenient, even if it's not convenient for the people looking in from the outside. And it's not to say that only having separate elements is nothing but beneficial. One of the advantages that chat rooms have is they typically have a far lower expectation for the level and style of communication. Generally, you can just throw something out there and not really worry about how you formulated it. Just get your information out there, just get your idea out there, and then wait till someone responds. And being a chat room, because chat rooms are a live form of discussion, especially the modern chat rooms we have, you're likely going to see a response considerably quicker than you would see on something like a forum, for example. Or maybe a better example is a wiki. Generally, wikis have a fairly strict formatting style and writing style, and there's a lot of discussion about things that are going to be added to the wiki. And maybe to modify certain pages, you need to have a certain level of reputation modifying less crucial pages, for example. While this does lead to a better level of information, it might dissuade some people from trying to add anything to it in the first place. And then there's the issue of having to manage multiple elements. And if you're a small project, maybe run by like 1 or 2 people, having a separate wiki, forum, issue tracker, all of this fun stuff, especially if you're self-hosting it, can certainly take away from the amount of time you're going to spend on the project itself. There is one thing in both these threads that I kind of disagree with, and that's the idea that having channels in something like Discord is generally a bad thing, especially when you have a lot of channels. And the idea is they split discussion over way too many segments, which can certainly be true for really poorly managed chat rooms, especially when you have overzealous moderators who, the second that the conversation goes off the topic of that channel, they say, move this to the other channel. I've seen that plenty of times, and anybody who's used Discord has seen exactly that. However, while this is true, I think it's sort of a distraction from the main issue because forums have basically the exact same problem. Every forum on the planet, with the exception of maybe a couple of really tiny ones, have their forums split up into sections. We have the general threads, the gaming threads, the tech threads, the off-topic threads, so on and so forth, for all of the things they want to talk about. So the channel thing, in my mind, is basically a non-issue. The bigger issue is the second the Discord server goes away, everything is gone. If someone wants to find any information about the project and they're not a member of the Discord, they can't find anything. And if you've agreed with me that having a forum that's impossible to search if you don't have an account is a bad thing, well, Discord is adding in forum channels. So expect that to get considerably worse. At least one bright side of this is if you were using Discord as your forum for whatever reason, at least it'll be a little bit more sorted than it was before. And I want to be clear about something. I don't think chat rooms are a bad thing or anything like that. I think if you want to use Discord, you want to use Matrix, WhatsApp, whatever you want to use, all of them have the purpose of being a chat room, and that can be useful for many projects out there. But they are just a chat room, and they should stay in that place and not eat up everything else. But when you only have a hammer, everything is going to look like a nail, and Discord is that hammer. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you manage a project and you do everything through your Discord server or whatever your chat room is, why? Why did you decide to do that? I would love to know. So if you like this video, remember to go and like the video. And if you really like the video and you want to become one of these amazing people over here, go check out my Patreon, subscribe to BaraPay, linked in the description down below. I've got a podcast called Tech Over Tea, available basically anywhere. A gaming channel called Brody Robertson Plays. That's going to be it for me, and I'm out.